Got a copy of that.
But Sean,
Yes, Judge.
I thought the saddest, well, one of the saddest movies I'd ever seen was Hardball with Keanu Reeves.
Yes, Judge.
But I finally caught up on my anime. Oh my gosh. If you want the tears flowing, if you want to run out of Kleenex, One Piece, right? Oh, be prepared. Be prepared for the tears to be flowing. I mean, and it's going to be an ugly cry. But Sean, first of all, I had to pause. You know why I was pausing? Because I was saying to myself, I see the title, I know what the title is, but clearly this is not going to happen. And then, I'm like, no, don't go back. Yeah, broke my heart.
Isn't that a cartoon?
No, it is not a cartoon. It's anime. This is not Bugs Bunny. This is not Bugs Bunny where the piano drops on him, he survives. And they tell me there's an outbreak of measles. So look at him. He say one. You know, when you say one, you know what that means? All right. See, he's never watched any type of horror movies. He's never watched zombie. That's patient zero. Everybody is always looking for patient zero. But seriously, my understanding there's a measles outbreak and there have been 25 reported cases. 50, see, it went from 25 to 50 reported cases here. So, yeah, that's where we are.
If you had it already, are we clear?
I'm not 100% sure because I think the CDC has been shut down. I'm not. So, and the other thing, please do not do this because I feel that it makes me feel that I'm being rude to you when I don't mean to be rude to you. Do not stand staring me down because guess what? I'm calling you in the order of appearance. When you stand here, you're blocking the deputy's line of sight. And I've already told the deputies if something goes down and they have to run through you, you're going to get injured. And you will fall over on this carpet, and this carpet is filthy. So when you fall on the carpet, you're going to pick up some type of germ, and it may be incurable. And that's going to be your fault, not Deputy Laura's fault. So just make sure you don't do that. Today is Monday. It's going to be a great day. The sun is out. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. The weather is just perfect. So everyone, please confer.
Okay.
All right. Vashon,
Yes, Judge.
they just sent out an email saying that 300 speeding drivers this month in North Bear County are going to be receiving tickets in the mail.
Because I think they set up the
Mhm. Well, they say so far they have caught 329 people. I guess attorneys are going to be very busy. And Vashon, I go to speed limit, but I'm trying to see, was I on 281? Even though I know I go to speed, sometimes, I remember back in the day, you would be driving and they would catch you for speeding and really it's the person in front of you. So I hope that is not the situation. All right, Raymond Garza,
Your Honor,
have you come down? Yes.
I'm asking that this case be recalled for tomorrow. The state does not have their file. It might have been sent to a different courtroom.
Okay.
And so I said, I'm going to be here at the 175th, so I'll stop by.
All right. So
Okay?
do you know?
Recall for tomorrow.
Well,
Can I-
just one
Okay.
second. Yes. All right. So, sir, the state doesn't have the file. They're searching for it. So we can bring you back here tomorrow and they'll have the file and your attorney can look over it. Do you have any questions?
No, if you have any questions for me privately.
All right. So you have questions
Yes,
for
I
him?
do.
All right. But we'll make sure that you're brought back tomorrow and the state will have their file and they're searching for it right now. So if they find it today, then we'll let your attorney know. Deputy Laura, just hold him for a little bit and we'll see if they can find their file. All right, who's here on Francisco Garza Martinez? Hello. Hi, thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
So has all the paperwork been completed?
It has been, Judge. It was my mistake. I thought I had emailed it after the last setting, but I realized I didn't. I did verify that they have it as of today, so they definitely have it. I apologize to the court, and if we just get a short reset.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a PTD reset.
30 days, sir?
Yes.
March 27th.
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
All right. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Court is going on the record. The court is calling 2025 CR 0004447 State of Texas versus Malachi Adon Baucham. Could I have parties announced for the record? State, defense.
Michael Bellabo.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 9:41 a.m. The defendant did not answer docket. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. He is not in home.
All right, counsel, have you had any contact with your client?
Not as yet.
State?
On the shoe.
That would be granted. Your client will be remanded without bond. All right, who's here on Sean Pilkilton? So on this case, I know that I think you had a previous attorney.
He-
Did he?
He did.
Yes.
He's at a couple, actually, in my understanding.
Yes. So were you recently appointed?
Very recently, Judge. I think it's been about a week
Okay.
as of today. And so I'm obviously asking the court to reschedule the matter. I don't know really anything about his situation right now.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Recall this in 30 days for discovery. All right, we're going to be back on March 27th. State at that time, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer. All right, is there anything else?
Oh, man.
Do you have any questions, sir?
No, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, are the parties ready on Dylan Jacob Skinner? Hello, how are you doing?
Good.
All right, that's good. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 0111052 State of Texas versus Dylan Jacob Skinner. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brian Kimbrough from Mr. Skinner.
And are you Mr. Skinner?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened to your face?
Felt good yesterday. The weather was good, so I decided to play basketball. I
Mhm.
got elbowed in the lip. Fell.
I'm sorry to hear about that. I hope somebody called a foul.
I did.
Okay. All right. So we're here for sentencing.
Correct.
And both parties requested that this be reset so that perhaps your client could prepare a letter because I think he
I
wanted to.
already have it.
All right. Thank you. And then there was going to be a victim impact. Is that
Correct.
correct? All right. So you entered a plea previously on February 18th of no contest. The court found that there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. Are parties ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client with regards to sentencing?
I would state that Mr. Skinner is very remorseful for this incident. I've talked to him about it. He would like to make a statement, and I would like to call him as a witness, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record, please.
Dylan Jacob Skinner.
All right, defense.
Thank you. Dylan, could you make your statement and speak into the microphone and very loud?
I apologize to the court, to my family. I never thought I'd go to, for all the things that I've done, that I'd probably go to prison for. I never thought it'd be for something like this. And I feel terrible. I'm gonna live every day in that jail cell, prison cell, getting eat up by the fact that I did something messed up. I decided to go to PDC for it. And I love my mom. I never wanted to do that. I apologize.
All right. Anything else, defense?
Nothing.
Anything from the state? All right, so I have a question. So why did you do this? Because part of you're not being back in this situation again is figuring out why you did it.
No work, just. I really honestly feel like there was just a monster inside of me. You know, I was drunk too. And all the pent up anger, because I'm really not a violent person.
All right, what were you angry about?
Just not having a job, struggling, living with my mom, 25 years old, you know, just getting out of jail a month prior, struggling too, on top of that, you know, just really just financial struggles. And I feel like there's a little bit more that I can't really touch on with words, but the fact that I did that for something that small, I feel like I deserve to do some time.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the fact that you've had a chance to think about what you've done. I don't know why it is. Usually the people who try to help us are the people that we end up hurting the most, right? So you should have been looking at the idea that your mom, even though you're 25 years old, your mom is giving you a place to stay.
That's the thing. I was in that for 5 months, 6 months in Bear County, just thinking, wow, I really took all that for granted. Just
Mhm.
for 3 to 5 minutes, I messed up my whole relationship with my family
Mhm.
over something small and selfish. Very selfish.
All right.
So I apologize to the court and I apologize to my mother.
Okay.
And I love her.
Okay. All right. Anything else before the court entered sentence?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no contact with Dusty, Dusty Skinner. Taking consideration 2024 CC 739463. There's a $1,500 fine. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
State Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, we,
Question.
yes,
You said I do not have permission to be in contact with her.
no,
Is that forever?
you'll have to speak to your attorney in regards to that. And what I will tell you, the no contact was a part of your agreement with the state.
Of course.
At some point in time, maybe your mom will want to have contact with you. If she does, and you all can work on your relationship through that, then we'll see. Okay?
Okay.
All right, any other questions? All right, and here's my other advice. I have no problem with tattoos, but no more face tattoos, okay? Because people will see you, they see the face tattoos and they think some sort of way.
Too, probably.
Yes. All right. All right, so my understanding there's a victim impact. All right.
Mr. Skinner, over here.
I really don't know. I had an option paid in my rate. I have other things to say to you. That bridge is destroyed. Give you life and you tried to take mine, and I will never be able to have the question of why I answer. You're so selfish. Your dad read me letters that you wrote to him, and you never once asked about me if I was okay after what you did. You said that you love everyone, but you tried to leave your brother and your sister without me. After you did this to me, I found out that I'm not the only one who hurt, and it makes it a little less difficult to say that I will never forgive you for the things you've done. And you destroyed your relationship with your entire family, and I hope that weight sinks in as I read this. The physical wounds that I have from what you did, the broken eye socket that required surgery, and the damage you did to my ear that took 2 procedures to fix, the severe concussion that affects my memory, and the chronic pain that I have in my neck now, that's healing. But the emotional damage is going to take a long time, and not just for me. So despite everything, my heart aches because I am your mom, and I struggle. I hope one day you understand the gravity of what you've done in your heart, and not just in the words that you so easily say all the time to make everything right. I hope whatever path you take, I can take it to someone other than a monster unhealthy that you have.
Thank you. April and Perez, good morning. All right, we're scheduled for jury trial.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so jury will be up here at 11.
Okay, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Felipe Salazar. Hello. Hi.
Good morning,
Good
Judge.
morning.
Mr. Salazar, officer sent in a request for consideration for early termination. And the state opposed that request. Judge, you denied that request and asked for this to be set for a hearing. I spoke with the state this morning to see the reasoning for the opposition, and ADA Garahan basically stated that it was because of the offense. Mr. Salazar has been on probation for 2 years, 8 months. He's completed all of his terms of probation. He's been doing rather well. And the probation department is asking for him to be considered for early termination.
So what have you learned?
You have to speak up.
I learned from my mistakes, not to do that again. And I got a lot of work I need to do on my job and everything. And,
What do you do?
I'm a diesel mechanic, repair trailers.
All right, so what was happening on that night that you didn't follow the rules?
I got into an accident and I didn't pay attention to which way I was driving. And I just hit a car and I kept on going.
All right, so why did, the question is, why did you keep going?
I didn't want I didn't want to go to jail.
So why did you think you were gonna go to jail if it was just an accident?
I don't know, I just panicked. And
No, but here's the thing, the actions that we take, we have consequences. So your consequence was you're on probation for it, right?
Mhm.
So in order, so we're not back here again on something else, you've got to figure out why didn't you stop? So you're telling me you didn't stop because you're afraid you were going to be arrested. So now my question is, what did you think you were going to be arrested for?
I don't know, ma'am.
Well, I mean, you have to know. I mean, you think you're going to be arrested. Normally, when people have accidents, car accidents,
Yeah.
normally the go-to is not, I'm going to be arrested. Normally, for older people,
Mhm.
it is, all right, I need your license and registration and proof of insurance.
Yes.
So you're in that older group. You're not a teenager where teenagers are all panicky and trying to call their mom or call their dad.
Yeah.
You're an older gentleman.
Yes, ma'am.
You have an accident and you say you thought you were going to be arrested. You had to think you were going to be arrested for something. What did you think you were going to be arrested for?
I thought I hurt somebody real bad.
Well, you know, the answer is not to leave. You just complicated matters. If you would have stayed at the scene, if you had insurance, which I'm assuming you did, because otherwise they would have charged you with that as well.
Mhm.
If you'd have just stayed, we wouldn't even be here. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So has he completed everything on probation?
Yes, Judge.
And did he pay the $200?
Judge, the $200 for
I read where there was a $200 restitution, some,
that was waived by the victim, Judge.
okay.
He's completed, he's paid all of his other financial obligations. And he's completed all of his other conditions, as well as, all of his UAs have been negative, Judge.
All right. Well, I will tell you, Mr. Salazar, I don't believe in keeping people on probation just for busy work, right?
Mhm.
Like I can keep you on probation for the full term,
Yes, ma'am.
all right? But they're telling me that you've done everything. They're telling me that you've been rehabilitated. So you've been on probation for how many years now?
2 years, 8 months.
2 years, 8 months, and you've completed everything. This is what I'm going to do. We have, yes.
No, Judge, I was going to tell you that we did send out victim letters to the victim indicating we're seeking for early termination. And we sent out 2 of those letters and we got no response from those letters.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. probation, I'm gonna allow him to report by mail. And if there are no issues, I'm gonna early term him May 1st. And let me just tell you why I'm choosing May 1st.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm choosing May 1st because we have a celebration that's coming up in April. And sometimes people lose their mind, right?
Mhm.
And that celebration is my mom's birthday and they just lose. I'm joking. For me, that's the big thing. But in April, we have something called Fiesta.
Yes,
And people tend to lose their mind during Fiesta.
I stay
So-
away from that.
Oh, that's a good thing. I always tell people nothing good happens after midnight.
Yeah, I stay home. I just go to work and go straight home.
So let me just tell you this.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to be allowed to report by mail.
Mhm.
If there are no issues, you're not going to have to come back. Probation is going to submit to me an early term. And if there are no issues, you'll be terminated May 1st.
Okay,
Whether you're terminated early on May 1st, in a good way, not on a Schwarzenegger way,
Yeah.
but whether you're terminated May 1st depends 100% on you. You understand?
yes, ma'am.
All right. So if everything's going well, then you'll be off probation.
Okay,
All right. You have any questions about anything?
no, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for doing so well.
Thank you.
All right. And Ms. Abrams, can we count today as today? Can we count this as a March 1st report date, even though it's not March 1st?
No, Judge.
Oh, why not? Well, I'm going to consider today as his day for reporting for February. And then, March is March.
I'll talk to her about it.
All right. Thank you. Oh, just bring the voucher to me and I'll sign it.
Okay, all right. Then.
See, look at me solving
I need to
problems.
approach-
Red wine, thing?
And we apologize for what we did to LSU yesterday. Men's basketball.
Well, you know what? Let me not sign your voucher. All right, James Perales. Ms. Abrams.
Judge, this is also a request for early termination that the officer sent in. At the time, the ADA opposed the early termination because that's simply because he really doesn't feel like he's been on probation long enough. Mr. Perales he was granted probation in April of 2024 for a period of 2 years.
Mhm.
And he's completed everything. He's met all financial obligations and has completed his courses. His UAs all have been negative with the exception of the very first one in which the court was aware. Mr. Perales is currently in college. He just made the dean's list and
Oh, wait a minute. Stop for a moment. Excuse me. The person before me has done something that many of attorneys in here has not done. He's made the dean's list. Why don't I hear any applause for attorneys? That's a good thing. Thank you. All right.
just, Mr. Perales has also been invited to join the National Society of Leadership and Success from his college as well. So based on everything that he's done thus far on probation, the probation department is asking for the court's consideration for early termination.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 23, Your Honor.
All right. And what college do you attend?
I attend San Antonio College, Your Honor.
Awesome. See, people sometimes think that you have to go away to find a good college. I keep telling people college is what the students make of it.
And Judge, if you need proof of the dean's list, he said he can email that to us.
All right. So what have you learned?
I've learned I certainly enjoy to never be in this position again. And I don't want to make any mistakes that land me in a similar position ever.
All right. And is he on deferred adjudication? Yes.
Yes, Judge.
And so he's been on probation how long?
Since April 2nd of 2024, Judge.
All right. We have a holiday that's coming up. A little known holiday that people sometimes will lose their mind. So this is what I'm going to do. If there are no issues, probation, you submit to me the early termination on May 1st, I'll sign it. And you're allowed to report by mail. All right, so if there are no issues, May 1st, I will sign off on your early termination.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand?
Yes, Your Honor. I have one question.
Yes.
Or a few questions, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So report by mail, do I still have to take the monthly UAs?
Yes.
Secondly, it's to my understanding that my probation officer stated that I cannot attempt to apply for early termination until 6 months from the date that it was previously.
No, no. I'm telling you, these are my rules. My rules are if there are no issues, May 1st, they're going to submit an early term to me and I'm going to sign it.
Understood, Your Honor.
So you won't have to wait for 6 months.
Understood, Your Honor.
And just make sure you check in with probation on May 1st that it's been forwarded. And if they tell you we can't do that, tell them the judge said, okay? And Ms. Abrams going to put it in the notation for the probation officer as well. And I put it in my notations too.
Understood, Your Honor.
Yes. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court and keep up with the good work. So this is not a no, this is just May 1st, it will be done, okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much.
You have a nice day, Your Honor.
You too. Melbin Zuniga. All right, on this case, where are we on discovery?
Judge, I believe we've received everything.
Okay. And is this a blood or breath?
Blood,
All right, and you've received all blood discovery?
yes.
State, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes.
And sir, are you a citizen?
No.
All right, will you be handling the immigration issues?
Yes,
All right, and do you need more time in regards to advising him on the immigration issues?
yes, just a few weeks, Judge, and we should be good.
All right, Norma, if you'll set this for a plea deadline date, is 3 weeks or a month better for you, counsel?
Let's do 3 weeks is good.
All right, 3 weeks, please. All right, then March 17th. That will be your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And Norma, make sure that's in the system as an interpreter needed.
Yes.
Joe Angel Gutierrez. Who's the attorney for Joe Angel Gut? Thank you.
We're coming.
All right. Is this a motion to revoke?
It is. We're asking for a contested hearing, Judge.
All right. All right. So how long is this contested going to take? Because it's one of the allegations is failure to report.
I would say 2 hours max, but maybe 1 hour.
Is it 1 hour? One of the allegations is failure to report.
One of the allegations is failure to report, Judge. I would say an hour. Just to be on the
For
safe side.
failure to report? I'm just wondering. Can this be done now, or is everybody ready to proceed now? Y'all want to talk to her? All right. All
I can
right.
talk to Rashad.
All right, thank you. Have a seat. Alexis Spang. Hello. Hi. All right, how are you doing? All right, so on this case, where are we on discovery?
I believe we have all the discovery that we need, Judge. I've conferred with the prosecutors. They are going to try to get a hold of the complainant to see if a case can be worked out. However, the complainant has a cross charge also, so they need to get permission from the attorney before they can do that. I've been in touch with the complainant's attorney, and they're still waiting to see if that permission is granted.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for 30 days.
March 27th.
All right, we'll be back on March 27th. If the state is able to speak with the complainant before then your attorney will let us know. We'll put you on the docket sooner than that. State at that time, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer. All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a seat, ma'am.
Jenna Davila? Yes. All right, and where's Davila? She's come forward.
Morning.
Good morning. All right. So what is happening on this case?
Your Honor, we received an offer on this case. However, we're looking into having her evaluated for a Veterans Treatment Court.
Okay.
We like to have that referral done so we can see about that process getting started.
All right, let's do this then. Ms. Abrams,
Yes, Judge.
are you able to call VTC to see if they can send someone down? All right, just have a seat and then we'll take you back up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Joshua Zamorano. And committees, did you have your file pulled?
I think it was pulled, yeah.
Who's his client?
Joshua.
Oh, this one.
Oh.
Oh,
Good
hello,
morning,
hi,
Ron.
welcome. I mean, you were just standing there. All right, we have a violation report. Can I get a copy of the violation report, please? All right, criminal trial division. All right, so we're here on the first violation report. State, do you have any requests? All right. So this is what the problem is. And I have these hearings on these violations report instead of just ruling on them. Now, mind you, I could have just ruled on this without you appearing, issued a warrant for your arrest. You understand?
Yes.
So this is the issue. The issue is, and I don't take any of these offenses as true because I haven't heard any evidence. So I don't know if it's beyond a reasonable doubt or not. I have no idea. But it appears that there may be an issue with you based upon the charges. Not stopping. No. Here's the thing. I don't want you to speak about the facts of your case because that will interfere with your attorney's ability to represent you in whatever, whatever negotiations you want to use with the state. But the issue is you're on bond for an evading arrest detention with the vehicle, right? And that offense date was April 19th, 2024. Just, this is all I know about your case, right? So you're on bond for that. And then they have you as an evading arrest detention. And I'm assuming since it's a misdemeanor court, I'm assuming they're alleging that you were running as opposed to driving. And that offense date is February 15, 2025. So I have to address this, right? Are you employed?
Yes,
What do you do?
I'm an auto mechanic.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place you on GPS and I'm going to place you on GPS for 60 days. You can either do 60 days GPS and I'll allow for employment, or, you can have a bond increase, make your bond, and there will be no GPS attached to that bond. All right. So, counsel, is there anything you wish to say?
Is GPS tracking only?
No, I mean, I know evading has to do with tracking, but
You always know where he's at, even if he's feels a desire to move around. I'm going to waive the fees.
I will do 60 days GPS partial for employment only. And I'll ask that the GPS fees are waived. And it's to begin, I'm gonna have it beginning on March 3rd. That should give you enough time to get everything set up. And let me just tell you, part of the reasons why you're on partial GPS as opposed to tracking only, sometimes bond conditions are punishment. Sometimes it's to work on your rehabilitation. Do not come back here again where there is an allegation that you've been evading. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Court is calling 2017 CR 3203 State versus David Jamar Jones. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Todd Coronado?
And are you Mr. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same David Jamar Jones who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2017 CR 3203 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram on September 11th, 2017 for a period of 5 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Any objection to the waivers?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 2 and 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with your pleas of true to violations of 2 and 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violations of 2 and 2 true. All right, so what has he done on probation?
Okay.
You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
David Jamar Jones.
All right, what have you done since you've been on probation?
I completed the SATA program, did all the after programs that I was supposed to do. Other than the drug testing, the drug testing.
Well, that was the main thing.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that?
Sorry.
Why didn't you do that?
Some of them that I did do. At first, I was coming out dirty, and then I was trying to work on stopping and everything. I was smoking marijuana. I was going through a hard time, so I didn't go and take some of them because I knew I might still be dirty. I thought it would be better than just going and giving a dirty test.
No, I mean, it's best to face the consequences of your action instead of hoping that somebody will catch you in the end, because then you're always looking over your shoulder and that gives you anxiety. So while you've been on probation and we've been looking for you, you've continued to use?
No.
I mean, you say that now, but I don't believe that. Well, you're saying yes. So here's the thing. I'm trying to make a decision on whether or not to follow this agreement that you reached them. I could sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. I'm trying to figure out where you are on your level of honesty and where you are on your drug use. So I'm going to ask you again, while we've been looking for you, have you been using?
Maybe for the first year that I've been gone, but after that, I completely stopped smoking.
Why?
I recently found out that I may have a daughter, so I stopped smoking. I came back down here to try to get everything situated and taken care of so I can go on about that. I know I can't go to family court while I still have to deal with all this, and I definitely can't get my daughter if I gotta deal with
And
all
where's family court?
this. Here, I think.
No, I mean, you're saying you needed to go somewhere. I'm wondering, is that here in Texas or is that somewhere else?
Here in Texas, San Antonio.
All right. Probation, what is your recommendation? All right, the court will find you guilty. The court is going to grant the motion. The court will follow your agreement. Are you asking me to follow this agreement?
The 1 year?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, then the court will grant the motion, find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served, and credit for any time served for successful inpatient treatment completion.
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And I'll recommend the therapeutic community. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. You say you may or may not have a daughter that's coming into the world. You're going to have to start making better choices. And with regards to your daughter, the choice is either you are going to continue to use marijuana or you're not. If you love your daughter, you won't. So for you, everything that you do from here on out, you need to ask yourself, is this going to make my daughter or my child proud of me? You understand? And if the answer is no, don't do it. And I tell everybody all the time, with this smoking of marijuana, you don't want your child to smell like marijuana. Children are cruel sometimes, and you don't want them saying that, oh, here comes, this person's daughter smelling like marijuana. You don't want that. You want her to have a good start in life, and her having a good start in life means that you're going to have to do better. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Yes.
Thank you.